Hi guys, welcome to Youth Life Group. Hi guys, welcome to Youth Life Group. Hi guys, welcome to Youth Life Group. Good day, Y Rockers! My name is Princess Principe from Youth on the Rock, Cebu! And also, I'm a certified Y Rocker. So before I start, please don't forget to like and subscribe Youth on the Rock social media accounts. We wanted to make sure that we can reach you in any possible ways to help and join you this quarantine season. That is why we created all these social media accounts for us to stay connected to all of you. Gusto mo yon?
Yes?
This month, Trailblazer series really caught everyone's attention. During our first week, we were reminded about our identity as a Trailblazer. Next is about spying your God-given land. And of course, last week, we talked about planning the trail since that was the most recent. Tama ba yun?
Yes?
I only have couple of minutes to talk. That is why I need your cooperation by giving your 100% focus on your screen right now. Because what I am about to discuss an absolutely a life-changing message. So if you are ready, let's start. Last topic for this month, the title of this topic is Trailblazing. Maybe some of you are familiar with hiking, trekking, or mountain climbing. So maybe you dressed up like this. Or maybe some of you are familiar with this line, pag natapos tong quarantine na to, mamumundok na ulit ako. Hashtag bundok is life. I know that you are excited to hike, but that is not what we are going to do right now. In fact, we will educate you about trailblazing. Are you ready? First, let's define these terms. Trailblazing means introducing new ideas or methods, innovative or pioneering, while trail means a mark or a series of signs or objects left behind by the passage of someone or something, while trailblazer is a pioneer, a change maker, lifelong learner, a leader who creates path for others to follow, a friend who lifts up those who stand beside you, a family member who helped us build a better world. Now, there are importance of trails in our community. Number 1, trails can generate business impact and create new jobs by attracting visitors. Tourism help us to gain funds. Marami tayong mas napupuntahan at nai-explore natin ang mga nakatagong lugar because there are trails created. Yung mga bundok, falls, ilog, o dagat na nasa mga liblib na lugar na pupuntahan natin yon at nagiging pinagmulan ng maraming businesses. Now, number 2, trails are valuable part of residents' quality of life. Very important po yan. Pangatlo, trails help our economy grow, of course. That is why we need more trailblazers to help our community and, of course, our country. Next, importance of trailblazing in you, in me, in us. It gives, number 1, it gives comfort that makes your life easier. Number 2, it leads you to the right success. Imagine a way without a trail. You may be lost, or worse, you may be put to danger. Imagine ECQ without internet. Imagine cell phone without load. Television without Netflix account. Social media account without followers. If no one invented them, I have no idea what we are all doing right now. There's a story in the Bible that is related to our topic for today. Join me in this and let us trailblaze together. Now in Mark chapter 2, verses 21 to 22, it says, "No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise, the new piece will pull away from the old, making the tear worse. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wine will burst the skin, and both the wine and the wineskin will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskin." So the difference between John and Jesus' ministry is that John came to call to repentance those who were steeped in the tradition of Judaism, while Jesus, however, had not come to patch up the old system or to pour new wine into an old vessel. Actually, he came to begin new. Now, why this world need trailblazing? Number 1 po, because change is inevitable. Hindi mo po mapipigilan. According to the verse, because no one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, otherwise the new piece will pull away from the old, making the tear worse. You know what? Change is found every day. Like children changing into teenagers. Lahat po lumalaki, lahat po tumatanda. Hindi pwedeng pagka-graduate mo nung high school ka ulit. Pwede ba yun? Your feelings also change. Ngayon, ito ang gusto mo. Mamaya, iba na yung gusto mo. Ngayon, siya yung gusto mo. Mamaya, iba na. You know what? Comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows in there. Tandaan niyo po yan. Imagine, if people doesn't change, so does the world. Maybe we're all insensible about what is happening outside our house or outside our doors. Before COVID-19 came to us, we have a normal life. You can go to school physically and study. You can see your friends face to face. You wake up early in the morning to prepare for school. You can go to malls and parks. And lahat ng pwede nating puntahan without pass. You can do room to room whenever and wherever you want. Pero isang araw, things change. May nagbago. And that's life. We need to accept it. Kahit pa ata tumambling tayo ng 360 pabalik sa nakaraan, hindi na natin yun mababalikan. Now, look at me. You cannot go back to your past. All you need to do is to move forward. Imagine your life without change. It's like a day without tomorrow. Change is a natural process of life. Ulitin ko po. Change is a natural process of life that happens with or without your consent. Number 2 po, bakit kailangan natin ng trailblazing? Number 2, because we're experiencing change. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wine will burst the skin, and both the wine and the wineskin will be ruined. As we all know, coronavirus hit us. Tama po ba? This has drastically changed our world from open and social to closed and lockdown. This change affected people's lives, finances, relationships, and even children. Children are not allowed to go to school this time, and this is a drastic change for all, especially for those who about to graduate college and high school. Yung ang tagal mong pinangarap na umakyat ng stage ng nakatoga tapos biglang hindi na daw tuloy. Tama ba yun? We cannot do the same routine like what we used to. You can't go to school physically because the virus is everywhere. You can't see your friends face to face. In FaceTime maybe, you don't need to wake up early to prepare for school. In fact, you sleep early in the morning. You can't go to malls or anywhere outside your house because the government doesn't allow the minors to go outside. You can't do room to room since you can't go to school. Wall to wall maybe in Facebook. What I'm trying to say is that we're on our way to new normal. Well, actually, we're on our new normal. So stop trying to live as if nothing changed in our surroundings. Alam mo nang bawal lumabas, lalabas ka pa. Alam mo nang hindi na nga umuubra yung style mo ng pagpa-follow up. Pero yun at yun pa rin ang ginagawa mo. I wanna tell you, meron pong nagbago. Your strategy yesterday may not be applicable today. So you must be innovative and flexible enough to adapt to change. Huwag kang papayag na yung mundo nag-i-innovate tapos ikaw hindi. Ito matindi. Huwag kang papayag na halos lahat ng tao sa paligid mo ini-embrace na yung pagbabago tapos ikaw nakatingin pa rin sa nakaraan mo. Now, madaming kabataan ngayon sunod-sunuran sa binibigay na daan ng mundo. This is the day na dapat sinisimulan mo ng gumawa ng bago. Kung madami ngayong active sa social media para mag-rant, maging active ka na ngayon hindi para gumaya sa kanila, kundi para ipakita na kahit pangit ang nangyayari sa paligid, meron at meron pa ding maganda na dapat ipagpasalamat. Most of the time, we kept on avoiding change, not realizing that change itself is constant. You know what? We need to change to grow. We need to trailblaze to make a change. Ano yung dalawang rason bakit kailangan natin ng trailblazing? Number 1, because change is inevitable. Pangalawa po, because we're experiencing change. So when does trailblazing happens? Now, according to verse, they pour new wine into new wineskin. Trailblazing happens when number 1, when someone decided to make a change. So here are some trailblazers who decided to make a change and made a difference. Number 1 is Steve Jobs, the story of Apple company. According to Rutung News blog, Steve Jobs often looked to see what Google was doing with the Android system. He even threatened to eradicate the mobile operating system because he felt it was a copy of the iPhone. At the time of iPhone's first launch, competing smartphones such as BlackBerry were using QWERTY keyboards and styluses. Sikat na sikat sila nun eh. Apple took a different approach to its first iPhone in 2007 by adding a multi-touch screen. The simple yet innovative design revamped the style of smartphones and propelled Apple as a leader in mobile technology. Now, according to Job, a true leader will say goodbye to the past. Nung panahon na yon, sikat na sikat ang BlackBerry because of its QWERTY keyboard. Isang araw, bigla na lang silang nawala sa market. The company declared they were unable to compete. Wanna know why? Because they stopped to do trailblazing. Jobs isn't afraid to scrap an idea and move on to the next product. Apple has never been afraid of being overly constrained by yesterday. Ang lupit. Nagte-trailblaze. Hindi daw sila nagsistop sa kung ano yung meron lang sila. Now, we need to trailblaze. We need to do this. Pangalawa po, si Zhang Yiming. Zhang Yiming is the person behind the viral app for making and sharing short videos o mas kilala po bilang si TikTok. According to New York Times, TikTok users are strongly encouraged to engage with other users through response, videos, or by means of duets. Hashtags play a surprisingly large role on TikTok. In more innocent times, Twitter hoped its users might congregate around hashtag in a never-ending series of productive pop-up mini discourses. Matindi, matindi. Si Twitter po ang nagpauso ng hashtag. Kaya lang, nagkulang po sa purpose. Itong si Twitter, ang purpose niya is to create daw congregate around hashtag in a never-ending series of productive pop-up mini discourses. While TikTok, ang ginawa niya is to make engagement with the user 1 to user 2. Now, TikTok is a triple threat because it combines seamless video creation, entertainment-driven social network, and one-touch syndication option. Ang lupit po, TikTok made a difference. Well, aside from Apple and TikTok, a lot of companies initiated to innovate and became the trailblazers of this world. Some of the examples are Amazon, Adidas, Uber, GrabFood, Angkas, Netflix, Zoom, and etc. These trailblazers give us convenience. Indeed, like them, we are also trailblazers. We, your leaders, want to empower you to blaze new trails. My challenge for you is to do new things today that will help you not just to adapt, but to make a difference. Maximize the use of the internet, not just to gain likes and followers, but to make new trail to this new normal. Apple has never been afraid of being overly constrained by yesterday. To succeed, you have to change. Baka kaya hindi ka pa din nakakagraduate sa problema mo kasi yun at yun pa rin ang strategy na ginagawa mo. Or baka kaya hanggang ngayon hindi mo pa makita yung totoong satisfaction na hinahanap mo kasi dun at dun ka pa rin nakatingin sa nakaraan mo. Or baka kaya hindi ka pa din magbago-bago kasi hanggang ngayon takot ka pa rin sa babago. Baka kaya ka nababagalan sa progress mo kasi wala ka naman talagang planong dumiretso. O kaya naman baka kagaya ka nung old wineskin na nilagyan ng bagong wine. Pinipilit pagsamahin kahit na mali. Ang ending pareho nilang nasira ang isa't isa. Now decide to make a change now. Not later, not tomorrow, but today. If you are a first-time viewer of this vlog, I am encouraging you to receive the new wine that Jesus Christ is offering. Yung luma mong puso na sugatan at bugbog ng kalungkutan, papalitan niya ng bago. Yung luma mong buhay na puno ng problema at kasalanan, papalitan niya ng bago. You know what? He didn't came here to patch up your past or to pour new wine into an old vessel. Jesus came to give you new life, new perspective, new heart, and new beginning. We know that being a trailblazer is not that easy. That is why we are here to help, guide, and lead you to accept that new wine that Jesus prepared for you. So, trailblazing happens when, number one, when someone decided to make a change. Pangalawa po, when someone followed, and vice versa. So when the trailblazers created the trail, they didn't just created it for art. They have their purpose why they started or initiated things like that. They created it for a very specific purpose, and that purpose is always for someone to follow that specific trail. Ngayon, magbabago ka kasi gusto mo ding bumago ng buhay ng iba. When Jesus was teaching about his business here on earth, he said, "The thief comes only to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But I have come," sabi niya, "but I have come, that you may have life and have it to the full." He came to create a trail that everyone must follow. Now, Jesus Christ is a perfect example of a trailblazer. He made a huge difference in history of man and even in our present time. So if your mentor, trailblazing is challenging, yet opportunity to reach out more people in your most innovative way. So never stop creating new trails. Because you know that in every trail that you will make, there is someone, hanggat may isa, there is someone that will follow and will create another trail. Huwag tayong mag-stop kasi hanggat may isa po na naniniwala na pwede pong magbago, meron at meron pong magbabago. Now, I'll end with this. The trail itself will not create its own unless someone was brave enough to make a stand. If you will not embrace change, change will definitely swallow you. And that is all. Amen. So this is where I will end. The trail itself will not create its own unless someone was brave enough to make a stand. If you will not embrace change, change will definitely swallow you. So I am encouraging you to let us do the trailblazing together. And that would be all. To God all be the glory.